Hello, Namaskar, good afternoon. This is Simran Singh and welcome to NCERT's live interaction. You all are watching us on PMeVIDYA channel number 6, 9 and 12. You might also connect with us through our YouTube channel that you all are well aware of. It is NCERT official. In case you have any of the doubts, any queries, any messages for us, even your feedbacks, your message is invited in the comment box of NCERT official. Let's get to know what we are going to learn in this particular session, where we will talk about school leadership and development. Well, it's live streaming on NCERT official. Do reach out to us with your questions, with your queries. They are mostly invited. And the topic that we will be discussing in today's session, it's about leading teams for student learning, girls high school in Maharashtra. And to make this learning process and this session more conducive for all of you, we are joined by two experts. Let me introduce them to you. We have with us Dr. Pooja Singhal. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Welcome to NCERT.
Thank you.
Ma'am is from NCSL, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, NIPA. We are also joined by a school head. We have with us Mrs. Shamika Ajgaonkar. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Welcome to NCERT.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am is a principal at SL and SS Girls High School, has joined in from Maharashtra. Viewers, if you have any of the questions, it's our live interaction. Obviously, we have our comment box, but here is our contact number on your screen again. It is 8800-440-559. Feel free to give us a call at this contact number. Besides, this particular session is running on PMeVIDYA channel numbers 6, 9 and 12. So we also have our mail IDs for you. Feel free to write to us at dth.class12@cit.nic.in. So let's get started with a discussion on school leadership and development. We have with us Dr. Pooja in the studio. Ma'am, today we are joined by a school head in this session. So I'm eagerly waiting to know that what all we are going to study in this particular session.
Yeah, Simran. Basically, in this particular session, we are going to learn about leading teams. As you know that teams are always the foundation stone of any organization. Whether it is a learning organization or a manufacturing organization, any organization. कहा भी गया है कि अगर नींव मजबूत है तो इमारत मजबूत ही होगी. So that's why we are saying that teams are always act as a foundation stone. And in case of school, we know that the main purpose of the school is to enhance the student learning or to achieve the learning outcomes. And it is very difficult for one school head to tackle each and everything. Therefore, they have to form different kind of teams, maybe like the art teams, or we can say that sport teams or debate teams. But to form it and to monitor it and regulate it, it is very difficult and a challenging task for school head. And in today's session, we will try to learn all these things from Shamika ma'am. So now I would like to ask Shamika ma'am, what are the important features and characteristics of your school, and how, what are the challenges you have faced in this particular pandemic period?
Yes, good afternoon, Pooja and Simran. This is SL and SS Girls High School Principal, Students Literary and Scientific Societies Girls High School in Mumbai. Our school was first girls high school in Mumbai, 170 years old. We have a tremendous history for my school. See, in the times when every girl child who had to suffer and fight to acquire the education, but few social reformers, they tried their level best. They took the baby step to set up first girls school. So that's why this is first girls high school in Mumbai, South Mumbai. So this small sapling of education planted by Jagannath Shankar Sheth, he was a founder. He was the founder of Mumbai also. He was the founder of many institutions in Mumbai, like Jahangir Art Gallery, CST Station, that is VT Station, and museum, many institutions he was the founder. Dadabhai Nauroji, Bhaudaji Lad, they grew this sapling into a huge tree, serving the educational need of lakhs of girl students. And we are still trying our level best. Our motto is only that education is the key to success, and we are trying to shape lives of so many girl students. So the speciality of this school is, this is the first girls high school in Mumbai, in South Mumbai. When in Pune, there was a girls high school by Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve. He was also a social reformer. At the same time, parallel, this school was also founded by these all social reformers. So this is the speciality of my Students Literary and Scientific Society Girls High School. We have two names. The Students Literary and Scientific Society, this name was given by Dadabhai Nauroji. You must have heard in your school childhood days in history. So this was the name given by Dadabhai Nauroji, but at the same time, the other second name is Kamalabai Girls High School. It is known as Kamalabai Girls High School also because Kamalabai was the principal for 29 years in my school. She handled the principalship for 29 years. She was a teacher and then she was a principal in such days when every girl child had to suffer and fight to acquire education. I remember, I have heard from many senior teachers that Kamalabai, as a principal, she was wearing 9-yard sari. The girls were also coming in 9-yard sari. And in those times when the parents, when their surrounding was not appropriate for the education, but she tried our level best, and that's why our second name of the school is Kamalabai Girls High School. So the road is also Kamalabai Kanya Shala Marg. It is given for my school. So this is the speciality of my school. Now I come to the next point, challenges. Now times have changed. Our aim remains very, very strong. Our aim is education only. For various socio-economic reasons and migration, out of that Marathi people from South Mumbai, they shifted. They dwindled significantly. They shifted to Borivali, Virar, other areas. They shifted to the other states also. When I took over the challenge of the school as a principalship 5 years back, I've completed 5 years, this is my 5th year, the strength had fallen. It's already fallen down, but in my tenure, it had fallen drastically. And however, undeterred by this challenge, this was a challenge, this challenge is still today I have. I continue to implement all the programs for the overall development because the students, they come here, they are from very, very low income strata. They don't have educational background, they don't have family background, they don't have social background, they don't have financial background, they don't have environment. And their parental background is also very, very weak, very poor. But still, our motto, my motto was only that my girl, beti padhao, beti bachao, beti ko sikhao. Itna hi mera motto tha. So, to implement all programs for their personality development in my school. So, with the help and support of the management, of course, teaching staff, my teachers and my non-teaching staff members, I also secured many CSR donations from the corporate companies, from the clubs, from Rotary Club, from Innerville Club, from Nature Club, from Innerville Club of Bombay Midtown, many clubs, Rotary Club of Mumbai South, Innerville Club of Bombay Queens, corporate, you can say IDBI Federal Life Insurance, that is now Aegis Federal Life Insurance. So I tried to secure many donations. I tried my level best. You won't believe 12 lakh funds I have collected only for the betterment of my society, of my students. Because without the funds, without the donations, I would have not been possible to conduct all the activities, all the programs, all the workshops, all the educational visits. So I tried with the help of these donations, I go ahead for the further right. Our students, they are coming from, I told you, very lower income strata. Now I come to the main, my slides. You can see here Goddess Saraswati, Vidyaya Yati Patratam. This is the logo on our uniform. Every day I only try to convey that education is the key to success. Education is the ladder to success. तो आपको पढ़ना है, अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाई करनी है और अच्छी तरह से you have to become self-reliant, self-independent. Because when I see, when my teachers and myself, when we visit their areas, it is really horrible, very, very horrible. You won't imagine. It is very heart-touching and it is really horrible. So Vidyaya Yati Patranam, this is the logo of our on our uniform. You can see here the students. You can see our building also, Students Literary and Scientific Society Girls High School. It's in Charni Road East. It's in Girgaon in Mumbai. Just please forward. Now here you can see our classrooms. All classrooms are activity based. Every wall is conveying the best message of education in Marathi, as well as in science, as well as in maths, as well as in geography, as well as in English. Because basically, through the government, whenever we had done the training, activity-based teaching should be there. So this was the motto for our teachers also and for myself also. So we tried all the activities and we tried to teach the students. I just go ahead for the next. Now here you can see the banner of my school for the students admission. Here you can see Mumbai Sakar newspaper also. In that we have done whatever the activities we have done, fancy dress, gathering, National Science Day, Marathi Day, then you can say Vachan Prerna Din, that is also in October we observe that day. So all days we try to conduct sports activities. So through all these activities, through all these days celebration, we try to convey only education, so that they should feel, because you know, in other schools, in convent schools, in English medium schools, in ICSE, CBSE, they have their parental background, they have surrounding, they have environment. Parents, you must have also, when you were in school, you must have realized, or you must have remembered that your parents, they were eager to send you to the school. But in our case, in our school, as on today also I say, parents, they are negligible, they are neglecting, they are not bothered that their child should go to the school and learn or take education. So this was a challenge for me. बच्चे स्कूल में कैसे आए? बच्चे स्कूल में आने चाहिए, बच्चों को पढ़ाई की रुचि होनी चाहिए, बच्चों को स्कूल की रुचि होनी चाहिए. पहले उनको स्कूल की रुचि होए तो ही वो पढ़ाई कर सकते. This was the motto for me. Now here you can see the visits. All educational visits I have done. Kalyani Village Resort, Virar. Then you can see here educational other visits also. Karnala Bird Sanctuary. This visit also, this was also educational visit to develop their liking for the nature, liking for the environment, and also for learning. Then you can see here Mahim Nature Park. That is also to develop the liking for science subject. So these all educational visits we did. We did Nehru Planetarium, then museum, Jangir Art Gallery. These visits also we did only to convey the importance of education. Now I go ahead. Now this
yes,
is the
ma'am. Kind words from your end, but we have a lot to share in this particular session. So shall we move with the next question?
Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you so much for the explanation that you have provided, and the kind of work that you are doing for girl child is really commendable. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So let's proceed ahead in the session, Dr. Pooja. As ma'am were discussing about the challenges of a school head. So what according to you are the challenges that is faced by a school head in promoting an effective team in the process of school learning?
Yeah, basically as Shamika ma'am shared that she is organizing various kind of activities in her school to promote the student learning. So to organize various kinds of activities, naturally they need to form different kinds of teams, and for regulating team or to conduct any kind of activity, first of all they need to form the team, and for that particular team they need to select the appropriate members for that. And after that they have to allocate the work according to the vision of the organization, and then they have to start the communication or the learning conversation among the team members, and then they have to regulate the team progress and ensure the team learning outcomes. So these are the major challenges that one school head has to face for building the leading the teams in the organization. Now Shamika ji, I would like to ask that what is the particular role of professional dialogues or the professional conversation to enhance the student learning or to make the team effective or to make or enhance the leading the teams in the organization?
See, in the organization conversation, if you have to develop the professional conversation, there should be, you have a lot of reading, fast reading for that. Then you should have every day a practice to converse with different types of categories or different types of people, different types of institutions. If we develop this, automatically the students Because first of all, the student is a good listener. If the teachers speak or if the teachers converse professionally, naturally, the students also, by listening to them, by listening to the principal, by listening to the teachers, they automatically develop their professional conversation also.
When we are actually discussing about leading team members, a great role is played by feedback to the team members. How could we ensure that?
Yeah, of course, basically Simran, feedback is a mechanism, or this is a process to improve or to modify your behavior or your attitudes, right? So feedback may be positive or a negative in nature. Positive feedback always motivates the employer, right? So, but negative feedback is also important. So suppose I say that Simran, you are really a very good anchor, this is a positive kind of feedback. But along with this, if I say that you are really a good anchor and you need to incorporate the real-time instances in your conversation that will create an impact on the listeners. So in this way, naturally you will think over your working style and you will try to change it. You will try to modify your behavior.
That's for the betterment.
Yes, yes, for that's for the betterment of the particular team members. So now I would like to ask Shamika ji how they are working on their teams and how they are improving the behavior of their team members.
Are you asking about teachers?
Yeah. What could be the attributes of the team members for enhancing the team learning?
Yeah. Teachers' attitude should be basically language is learned through activities, through conversation, through maximum dialogues with the students, and our teachers are trying their level best because they are taking every day, they are taking maximum activities in the class, in the school, so that our child should listen to them and should try to do those activities and should try to develop their personality through these activities. So I expect of course, my team members, they are doing their level best. I expect that only, that teachers should have that attitude that the learning should be activity based only. Basically for languages, for science, for history, geography. Maths, okay, you can learn through doing practice and all, but language is always learned through activities. If you give them maximum experience, that's why I tried my level best through all these educational visits, garden visit or educational visit or any one-day picnic or trip. Now you can see Delhi visit also, CCRT workshop. Our students had got a tremendous experience through this CCRT workshop because they did everything. All the activities they did there, they experienced that. And through all these activities, they learned a lot. They enjoyed. That learning should not become tedious or should not become stressful. If you learn through activities, they enjoy it and they get entertainment also, and at the same time they feel that yes, we can do something, we can create something or we can innovate something. So expectation from team members, from teachers is that only, that the learning should be activity based, and first of all teacher has to do activities also and has to work on that, has to work hard, then only the students. Because by seeing, by watching you, the students develop maximum. This is what my aim.
Shamika ji, we have heard that you are the winner of the Vocational Excellence Award. So yes. I want to ask you that what could be the role of the skill-based education for children and how they can enhance their learning in the same perspective?
Very, very good question. Very nice question, Pooja. No doubt vocational courses or vocational guidance or vocational education is required. For example, such schools, for my school also, and I am thinking on that. Last 2 years I am trying my level best. Vocational syllabus or for vocational education, we are trying to collect the funds. After collecting major funds, we are going to start vocational education for the students, for such students, because you know these students, they cannot take higher education because of their financial background. They cannot become doctors or engineers, or they cannot become CAs and CAs and higher posts or higher authorities. But no doubt, if they take education and if they develop their skills, if they develop vocational education, they will become self-reliant, they will become independent, and the girl basically, because this is the girls' high school, first girls' high school in Mumbai. If she becomes self-reliant through these vocational courses, she would be able to handle herself and her family also. So vocational guidance, vocational courses are required. We are thinking that process is going on. We are collecting the funds. After major funds, we will develop vocational education.
Thank you so much, Shamika ma'am, for explaining about these important aspects.
Implement in their actions, or they can change their actions accordingly, and they have to be candid. They have to be candid, and that means they have to be very specific, and they have to be, the conversation should be both sides, and it should be ongoing. And then be in the corner, they have to create the space in the heart and the mind of the team members. And last one, not the least one, that is be caring. They have to be caring about their team members, then only they would be able to achieve their main target, that is of enhancing student learning.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful answer from your end. And Ms. Shamika, would you like to add to this? Being a school head, you are a perfect fit to answer this question, that what are the responsibilities that school heads bear in leading teams, and any message from your end that you want to convey to all the school heads, principals, other teachers who have joined in for this session. Yeah, Ms. Shamika.
Pooja madam, I can't hear you.
There might be a technical glitch. Well, we can prepare this for the sort of connections, because in the digital scenario, of course, we cannot rely on connections again. Right. But it was a wonderful session from your end, where we were discussing about school leadership and development. Thank you so much for explaining it so beautifully to all our viewers, and thank you so much, Mrs. Shamika, for incorporating the skills of leadership and development and proceeding in with this session. Thank you. Thank you to all the viewers who have joined with this particular session of school leadership and development. If you have any of the questions, all your questions are invited in the comment box of NCERT official, and sure we'll have more such sessions in the future.
Yeah, sure, Simran.
Now that's a good news. So stay connected to NCERT. Now it's time to wrap up this particular session, but be with NCERT. We'll be back at 2 p.m. with another session. Namaskar.